What's going on? It's your favorite Roblox YouTuber, Right Guy here, and today I am going to be showing you in Demon Fall how to quickly get XP to level up and how to get money. Now, these are my current methods that I use for this, so you might find something better on somebody else's YouTube channel or something, but I think that these are far better, far less time consuming, and much easier. Now, before this gets started, don't forget to hit that like button, as it lets me know if you guys like these types of videos that I've been making, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as it does help me out a lot. So, the first thing that I'm going to be getting into is how to get money fast, or money farm, I guess you could say. This method that I use is not extremely time efficient. It does take like an hour if you want to get a good amount of money, but I normally get around 4k, maybe 5 to 6k yen an hour. But to do this method, you have to go to this cave that is by the fire breathing teacher. Now, if you know where that is, you could go and head there now, but if you don't know where it is, you can stay here and watch the video. To get to this cave, you want to spawn in Hayakuma, I think it's Hayakuma village, and this is the hotel. So we're gonna come out from the hotel. Let's say you just spawned in here. Now we're gonna come down, we're gonna go straight out, and I'm not gonna dash or anything. I'm gonna make this slow and easy for you guys. You're gonna come out, go straight. We're gonna pass all of these roads, and we're gonna turn left as soon as we see the soup shop, and we're gonna head straight. Please do ignore all of these other sounds. There's people fighting around me and in front of me apparently, so we're just gonna ignore that. So we're gonna go through this front gate, and we're just gonna follow this path straight down. So if you want to skip a couple seconds ahead, you can, because all this is just gonna be a long straight walk. And once we get to the end of this long straight road, once it turns hard right, we're going to ignore the hard right and keep going straight to go up this hill. I will show you that here in a couple of seconds. Now, if you guys have never actually seen where the fire breathing location is, it's actually up on this hill too, where I use my money farming method. As you can see, I have 28 yen, so I'm actually pretty poor right now. That's because I've been grinding XP pretty heavily. So once you come to this end of the road, you see a hard right with the signpost here. You're gonna look left, like 90 degrees, I guess you could say. You'll now see that there's like these rocks that go up the hill. We're gonna climb this. Alright, now once you get to the top here, you're gonna turn left and climb up these rocks. And once you climb up here, you're gonna head straight and climb up the next rocks that you see. And once you get to here, you'll see that there's two ways. You can either head left or right. I head right. Alright, and now once you come up here, you'll see that there's this giant rock. Now what you can do, if you have double jump, you can just jump off the wall and then double jump up here. But if you don't have double jump, you could jump. If I could do this right, you could jump, Q, and then jump again. So what we're doing is we're jumping against the wall, jumping up, and then pressing Q to keep us at the same level that we basically jumped up to, and then we press space again to vault up. Now once we're up here, we are going to head. We're going to follow this wall, I guess you could say, until we find another rock ledge. Once we do get there, we're going to jump up, and then once you keep running straight, you'll see another two rock ledges. We're going to climb the first one. We're not going to climb the second one, and then we're going to follow the wall here. You'll see a patch of ice if you know you're in the right spot. You're going to head straight. Now you'll see that there's this, I guess you could say, rock ledge here to your left. You're going to climb up it. You're going to head straight. And then you'll see that a little bit past like the beginning part where you've climbed up, you'll see that there's a hole here with these two rocks. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do a, I don't know what you call it. It's like a simultaneous wall jump. You jump from this wall to that wall. And then you're going to jump up here. Climb up this edge. Climb up here. Climb up here. You're going to go straight again. Climb up this edge. Now you're going to be in an icy part once you jump across. and then you're gonna climb up here. You're gonna do wall boost again, get up, and now if you're here for fire breathing location, you would head right, but we are here for where I farm money, so we're gonna head left up this ledge. You'll now see that comes into view. You'll now see the cave that comes into view. We're going to go into this cave. Make sure I have my fire breathing. And now if there's nobody here, which there never really is anybody here, you'll see that the boss isn't here. Mini boss, whatever you want to call him. I don't know where he is. Yeah, he's in that corner. He is the axe demon. He's a pretty annoying guy. As you can see, he has one arm. No idea why he doesn't have another arm. But he has one axe. He has a slamming attack, which is, as you saw, is to close the distance between me and him to get close range. And he will swing and do a lot of damage and send you flying, and then he will combo that up by flying straight towards you and slamming you and hitting you. It's a pretty good combo in his part, but it's pretty annoying to counter. So if he ever jumps towards you, all you want to do is you want to look up to see where he's heading. If he's overshooting, you want to dash forward. If he's basically right on top of you, you want to dash backwards. Or if you have double jump, what you can do is you could time your jumps to be right before he lands to not get hit by that wave. So the way that I fight him is about the same way as anyone else would fight him, right? You would get up close to him and rapidly swing before he's able to swing and hit you. The reason why you want to do this is because it actually cancels his swinging animation, so you actually don't have to worry about him hitting you. But sometimes you will see that when people do this method, that they do get hit even though he didn't swing. And the reason why is because this game's a little weird with how the enemies are, and the swing will be canceled, but there will still be a small hitbox that's generated right in front of his player. And if you are far away enough from this while still being able to hit him, you won't get hit by that. So the method that I came up with is you want to go point blank with him like you normally would, and keep swinging before he's able to swing. And as soon as you see him wind up for another attack, you want to make sure that you're holding S and any directional key like left or right, so that you are circling around him. I normally hold A because going around his axe arm side is a lot easier than going around his no arm side while holding S and A. I normally hold S the whole time while fighting him, and the main reason why is because, as you can see, when you swing, your character goes closer, so every time you swing at him, you will be brought closer to him, and that's not what we want, because if we are closer to him, the higher chance we have of being swung at, hit, and then being sent flying, and then being comboed and basically have half our HP taken if we are not able to get out of the situation. A tip for also fighting him is that if he hasn't spawned in yet, he will spawn over there. The way you get around this is by coming to this ledge right here. You can't show it, this ledge right here. And sitting right there, because you will just be in range for him to notice you, and then once he notices you, he will then immediately jump towards you. He will actually overshoot and land up here, which will give you ample time to use your breathing if you don't have it set up already. He will then fall down, and then you could use this method of fighting him. Now what I normally do is when he comes up here, I normally use my 2, which is the leap forth ability. And normally once I use this, if you are also a fire breathing person like I am, you will see that if you use this against him, that when he swings after you hit him with it, he will magically bring you towards him and hit you. It's a weird thing with Roblox, I don't know why it does that, but a way to fix this or counter it is by after you immediately dash towards him with it, you want to immediately hold block, and then you could follow up with your spam swing to cancel his swinging animations. Now, if he does happen to knock you and he's as you could say teabagging you or running constantly on top of you, you want to immediately dash backwards, because if you want to actually point blank fight him, you're not going to win it because you're too close to him, and you will still get hit by that small hitbox that is generated after you cancel his swing animation. So you normally want to dash backwards, or you can hold the block button so that you are closer to him, making it easier for you to hit him after you get up from being knocked. So I'm going to show you an example of me fighting him. Alright. Now, minus the fact that I got hit and sent flying, you will see that this demon here tried to come up and attack me, and I didn't want to fight him at the same time because fighting him and the boss at the same time is kind of annoying, and the way I countered that was by running back up here and making him jump towards me, and he landed up here, and because the demon can't jump that high, he will not be able to get up here. But that is how I farm these demon collars. Now, if you are not a demon, I don't think you'll be able to sell these, but you might be able to, I don't know. But I'm not a demon, so I wouldn't know. But you can get these demon collars, and you could go to headquarters for Slayer Corps, and you could sell these to a guy, and he will give you an incredible amount of money. Now, if you farm this demon collar boss with no issues, you don't die, you don't get hit, you farm him as fast as you possibly can, you should be able to get 20 to 30 demon collars in about an hour, and that's roughly about 4k yen to about 6k yen. Now, I don't know if this is the fastest possible method, but this is the method that I use that's really easy and consistent with me, as I normally never run into issues with it now, as I have mastered this method of avoiding taking damage, minus what I just showed you. Now, the next thing that I am going to show you is how to farm money / XP. This method is only viable for people who have not gone through the final selection exam yet. And you might have seen this in a lot of videos where like, oh hey, this is the fastest method of farming money and experience at the same time. You need to go through the final selection and farm the demons there. But if you're someone like me who has already done that, you're like, how is this a good method if I can't do it? And I'm not going to reset my thing just to do it. And a way to do that is by doing this method for money, and then the other method I'm going to show you later for experience farm. Now, like I said, you have to have not done the final selection exam before to do this. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to jump cut to when I get to Akuyaka village. So you need to obviously get to Akuyaka village, and then you need to go to the Slayer exam. Now, if you don't know where the Slayer exam is, like I said, I will jump cut to when I get to Akuyaka village, and I will show you how to get there. So if you are at the starter village, Hayakuma village, or whatever it's called, all we're gonna do is we're come down to the soup area, turn left like we did before. We're gonna go straight down here. I'm just gonna dash to get there quicker. If you don't know how to dash, you press Q. Cool. Use the stamina. And now once we're at the gate, we're gonna turn left, talk to Gary by clicking on him. He will then say, I can get you a village for 100 yen. We'll then click Akuya village. You will then be teleported there. Now once we're here, to get to the final selection exam, we are going to head directly behind us. We're not going to want to go out of that gate. We're going to head directly behind us to go into the town. We are then going to turn right here, and then we're going to go all the way straight down until we get to this store. And if you've never been inside the store before, you can actually go in here and talk to Escanor, or Esnor as they call him, and hit I want to buy supplies, and then you'll be able to buy bread and meat. Meat is the best food in the game currently, and it costs 100 yen per 5, and it does a pretty good job, so we should definitely get that. Once we get to the front of the store, we're going to turn left. Once we get to that deer, we're going to turn right, and then we're going to head out of this gate. Like I said, I'm not going to dash or try and speed this up. I'm going to take this nice and slow, so for the people who do struggle with watching the video at the same time and doing what I do, can do this easily. So like I said, you're going to come out of this gate, you're going to go straight until you find this divider / sign in the path. You're going to go left, and it also says Slayer exam. You're going to head left, and you're going to follow this path all the way. Now once you get close enough to the Sakura trees, you will see the selection exam pop up here, or the Slayer exam, whatever you want to call it. You're going to come all the way up these steps. You will then see these two weird looking girls. If you've obviously watched the Demon Slayer anime before, you will know who these are. They are, actually. You will then click on either one, doesn't matter who, and you will see them talking about welcome, this is what the Slayer exam is held. You'll say I'm here to do the exam, but as you see, I've already done it. So it'll say I'm already Demon Slayer, and then you'll be able to solo the demons in here, kill at least 25 of them or 20 of them, and then you want to die by them. And then you will immediately spawn back here, and then you'll be able to click on them and do the Slayer exam over and over again as many times as you want. Get as many demon horns as you want. Now, if you want to speed this process up, you can actually bring a friend with you or a squad with you. All you have to do is hit the squad plus button here, and you have to type in their Roblox name into here, and it will come up with the shortened version like here. And this only works if they are in the same server as you. And once you type in their name, you hit the plus button again. It will then send them an invite, and then they'll be able to hit yes or no on joining your squad. And then all you do is, you are the leader, you click on this, and then you hit take me to the exam, and it'll teleport everyone who's in your group to the exam. Now once you farm it and complete the exam, you will be immediately teleported, you and your squad, if you're running a squad, will be teleported to headquarters for the Demon Slayer. Headquarters. Now if you are someone who's already done all this, you'll notice, how do I get back to the Demon Slayer headquarters? I don't know how. And a way to get back to the Demon Slayer headquarters is by actually coming to the selection exam, but not all the way, right? You don't want to go all the way up top. You want to kind of divert from your path a little bit. So, alright, let's say you come from Akuya village to the selection exam, you come by this first gate. Once you've come through this first gate, you will see this sharp turn. You're going to immediately turn right and jump up here. You're then going to take a very long and far run straight. You don't have to be exactly straight, you just have to be straight enough to the point that you will be able to see this village over here in the distance, and then this path that you guys probably can't see very well, but this path that shows right here. So you'll see it's not connected to the selection exam. It's kind of like a hidden path, if you didn't know. So we're gonna run straight here, gonna jump down. We are then going to get onto this path and follow this left path here. We are not going to head into this village, quote unquote village. It also sounds like someone's fighting there. We're going to ignore that. We're going to follow this path all the way through till we get to the next village that shows up. But we're not going to follow it all the way into the village or that gate over there. We're actually going to divert to the right a little bit right here once we get to this specific tree. You don't have to get to the specific tree and divert. You could like full on follow the path here and then just turn right as soon as you get to the gate. But I normally divert off here and start heading right. Now you might be able to see in the distance that there's a Sakura tree and then there's these bunch of rocks. Now what we're going to do is we are going to climb up this set of rocks here. And then as soon as we climb up this set of rocks here, we will run into the Slayer headquarters. Now, once you're at the Slayer, once we get to the Slayer headquarters, you will actually be able to sell any demon parts that you still have in your inventory. I have green horns and demon horns, and a demon collar. But apparently you can't sell green horns. I don't know why. It might be a bug or a glitch because technically it is a demon. So we're gonna come up on the sledge here. We are then going to do wall boost. Ooh, there's a trinket here. We're gonna do wall boost off this. Get up here. We are then going, you could either take the easier way / longer way. You could go up this set of ledge, or you could run all the way down to this corner where these two rocks meet. If you're good enough at parkour in this game, I guess you could say. Now, once we are in this corner for these two rocks, we're going to do wall boost off each other to get up to here, and you will now see the headquarters is in view, and you can jump over this wall pretty easily. There you go. We are now in the Slayer corpse. There's a really high chance that there will always be a trinket right here in this corner when you come in, so you can grab that on your way in. You will see the boss over here. Nobody can really talk to him. I think you can only talk to him if you're a Hashira rank, so we're not going to worry about that. Then once we're going to come through here, we're going to head left, We're gonna head right as soon as we can, and you will now remember this area if you've ever been here before. Now, if you are someone who just finished the exam, you will spawn here, or maybe out here. You will then be given, I think it's 2,000 yen, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna come outside the front here, head left. Now, if you have a bunch of demon horns, let's say, what you want to do is you want to come to this guy, click on him, and then sell your items. Now, once you've sold your items, you can come straight over here and click on the guy, the forge. You're then going to say, I want to forge an item. Let's say, Gods be praised. You will then be given this list of Nichirins that you could use. There's the mist, the wind, the flames, the water, thunder, and slayer Nichirin. You would be like, hey, I want to get the thunder Nichirin because I have thunder breathing or something like that. Well, to get that, you actually need to have 10,000 yen, but you also need to have a slayer Nichirin, 20 sun ore, and 1 crystal essence. But if you look at the slayer Nichirin, it only costs 1 rusty Nichirin, which is the thing that you start out with, and 20 sun ore. You will see that your inventory has been filled with 20 sun ore, and you will already have your rusty Nichirin equipped. So you will forge the slayer Nichirin for free, and you now have a better Nichirin than the one that you had before, which was the rusty one. Now, if you want to farm to get one of these specific ones, all you have to do is obviously use the money method that I showed you, or you could do anybody else's money earning method, like the trinket, mountain, or whatever you call it methods. Just look them up on YouTube if you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you're coming to this video, I highly doubt that you don't already know those methods. But once you get 10,000 yen, you will have meet 2 of the requirements because you have made a Slayer Nichirin, and you will have 10,000 yen. Now you may be like, how do I get Sun Ore? Sun Ore is this thing that you'll see in certain caves or certain areas. You'll see this, I guess, small boulder in a sense that has like these brown or black colored blocks on top of it. You want to have your axe equipped in your inventory slot, and to do that you open your inventory, click on the pickaxe, hit equip, and then hit X or Z. I normally use X, and once you have that equipped, you want to walk up to the ore and hit X. It will take 2 swings on successful to break that ore. It will get 2 ore per patch, I guess you could say, like the little block. 2 ore per block. Now, if you want to know what the Slayer ore or the Sun ore looks like, it's the black one. It's not the light brown one, it's the black one. You mine that, you get 2 Sun ore per break, and you only have to do that 10 times to get 20 Sun ore. You will now have Sun ore covered. Now you may be like, how do I get this crystal essence? This is the hardest part of the whole thing. You'll see that there's tabs up here. There's a Nichirin, a guns tab. Nobody really wants to use that. It's just weird. And then miscellaneous. You will now see there's something called a crystal key. You will click on this and you will see that there are 4 requirements. 10 demon horns, 10 sun ore, 1 demon collar, and 1 green horn. Now, if you don't know where the demon collar or the green horn is, check out these timestamps below. The one on the left is the demon collar, and the one on the right is the green horn. Location. These are locations. Like I said, with the sun ore, you're gonna go to these caves or any places that has these small little boulders with the different colorations on it and mine those to get the sun ore. Demon horns are pretty easy to come by. You go into caves or find any demons and kill them, and you have a chance of getting a demon horn. Now, you might be like, okay, I have enough. I have everything required, and I forged this. What do I do now? What you're going to do now is you're going to head to the specific area to use this crystal key to fight a boss. Now, I am going to make another video on this, so if you do want to see a video on this, please hit that like button and the subscribe button, as it does let me know you guys want to see more of this type of content. But if you don't want to wait for my video, you could look up other YouTube videos saying crystal key location, and they'll show you the way. But I'm not going to show you guys the way, so that'll be more time consuming for you guys. So if you don't know how to get a pickaxe, you go to the starter village, come out the hotel, head straight, go past the soup store. I guess you call it soup store. Head past it, you don't turn left. Once you go there, you head past it, you will come up to the next gate. But before you come up to the next gate / exit of the town, you will see that there's this guy on the left side with a cart. You're going to click on him. You'll say, hey, do you want to buy a pickaxe for 500 yens? You will buy that, and there you go. You now have a pickaxe. Don't worry, it has infinite durability. As long as you don't drop it and somebody else takes it, you'll be fine. You won't have to spend another 500 yens ever again. So that's the method that I use for selling my items. to get money, and also selling my demon collars to get money. Now this guy over here only buys demon stuff off you. I don't know why he doesn't buy greenhorns off you, but I'm not a dev, so I don't know why. But if you want to sell bronze shards, silver goblets, or any of this like special shiny items that you found on the ground, you want to go to the special sellers, I guess you could call them. They're located in each town. In the starter town, you come outside the hotel, and then you'll see this little small building that's like left. As soon as you come out of the hotel, you walk into that, you click on him, and you can sell your trinkets for a good amount of money. That's also another method that people use to get money quickly. I don't use it, as I feel like it's actually much slower than the method that I use. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is the method that I use, and maybe some other people use, or other YouTubers use, that don't tell you how to do it. How they get levels so fast and so quickly. Now, I'm only level 27, so I don't really have too much to say about the quickest way to do it, as I don't have as much experience as them. But the method that I found is the same method that they use in secret, quote unquote, to gain experience fast. This method involves killing the greenhorn demon. Now, if you are a slayer, you might have gotten this quest a couple times from the crow, that annoying crow, to kill the greenhorn demon, and you might be like, what is this? I'll reject it because it sounds too difficult, or I'll accept it. And if you killed him before, you know that he's really hard of a boss slash mini boss to kill. But I've developed a method that's really easy to solo him, or you could also group him out, group fight him if you want. Now, since I am a Kamado, I do get a slight experience boost every time. I have like a 20% experience boost every time I kill an enemy, so I do get a bit more experience than some of you guys who don't have Kamado. But this method is still extremely fast and really easy compared to sitting in a cave and farming 20 demons every like hour. And you know that method's is really slow and painful. I know it. Trust me. So to get to the greenhorn demon, if you've never done his quest before, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the starter village, the Hayaka village, and since I'm in the Slayer headquarters, I'm going to go out this gate here and talk to this guy. Hayakawa village. Now that I'm back in the village, I'm going to show you how to get to him. So if you know your way around the Hayakawa village, all you're going to do is you're going to come to the soup store. I don't know why I'm calling it a soup store when it's not really a soup store, it's a soup shop or restaurant. You can call it whatever you want. You're gonna come to the soup store. You're then gonna go a little bit left of it, between this rock and this building. You don't have to be directly behind it. You could go a little bit right or whatever. You're then going to head behind it in a straight path. You go around the tree, doesn't matter. And you're gonna head straight down this path. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna dash, I'm not gonna speed it up. I'm only gonna cut out a good amount of stuff here, as I don't know why the music is on. Copyright. We're gonna head straight down this path. It's gonna take a little bit of time for me to get there, but it should be quicker for you guys if you use your dash ability. You already know how to get there. So we're gonna get past this rock and that tree that was behind us. You will now see that there's a ledge appearing and this small tree. We're then gonna jump up on this ledge and keep going straight. Now, if you keep going straight, you will run into this wall, or if you head too far to the right, sometimes you'll run into the wall like this, or you'll run into two walls. And if you do run into the wall like this, you're gonna just go around to the left of it. By this tree, you're gonna go to the left of it and just hug this wall. And continue straight. You'll then see this other wall you come up to, turns a little bit, you're just going to follow that wall. You're then going to fall down, and you will then see the wall stop. You're going to turn right and follow the wall again. You will then see the wall cut off, and you will then see another wall to your right. You will then follow along this wall. You then want to get onto this little part here. So longer we go down here, you will most likely be able to fall off the ledge here. But that doesn't matter. You could stay on the left side here and just climb up, but I don't recommend staying on the left side. So once we get past this wall, we're just going to keep heading straight, and we're going to start turning right a little bit. It doesn't matter when you turn right, just don't turn too far right, but just make sure you're heading in a straight angled direction. Now once you think you're angled to the right a little bit enough, you just keep heading straight. You will then eventually run into this wall, and then these two glass walls here too. You then want to head in between them, and you are now in the Frosty Cavern. You will now see the Greenhorn Demon. So to fight the Greenhorn Demon, you want to be very wary of his two main deadly attacks. His two main deadly attacks are a ground slam / pound and a dash. Now his dash is actually really powerful in combination with his ground slam, because he could ground slam you, send you flying, and then you'll be far enough for him to dash into you, and then he'll hit you again. So you take like half your HP. A way to solo this and to avoid this is by actually dodging backwards the second that you see both of his arms go up for a ground slam, and if you dodge in time, you should not get hit by it. And after you dodge backwards, you will immediately see that he will then follow up with a dash. And a way to stop this dash after immediately backwards dashing yourself is to hold the block button, and once he dashes towards you and hits you, you will obviously have blocked it. You will then be able to immediately counter spam click after you block, because once he dashes and hits you, you will immediately see that he starts to wind up for attacks. So that means he's vulnerable to you attacking you. Now this is a method that I use for solo. I normally don't like being in groups because being solo is a lot easier, because I don't ever have to share the experience with anyone, or I never have to share any of the item drops with anyone. Yeah, I know it's selfish, but it's the most efficient way possible for you to level up. I will now show you an example of how I fight him. I am using the Kamado family, so I have the sun breathing, and I also have the fire breathing on top of it. Now you're probably a lightning player, you're probably a mist player, or any of these others breathing styles. Now the breathing style layout that I use might be different from yours, so you don't have to worry about following the exact same breathing attacks that I do. Just do whatever you think is able to do enough DPS. Now, a way to tell when he's going to do the ground slam is after he does a ground slam and dashes towards you, you kind of want to keep this counter going inside your head. You want to, every time you do a complete set of swings, that's 1, 2, 3. And normally around the third completed set of swings, he will ground slam. So you can kind of prepare yourself to press Q and dodge backwards. And sometimes he will actually be on cooldown for longer than that, and he will actually go into a fourth loop, I guess you could call it. Or fourth set of swings. So that's how you know when he's going to ground slam. So now I'm going to show you an example of me fighting him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him into aggro range, because I don't want any of the other demons around getting in the way. I am then going to come over here so that he gets attracted over here, so he's separated. You'll see he did a dash ability, so I know that he can't dash after he ground slams. I am then going to tempt him into punching so I get an easy hit off of him. I'm then going to send him up. He's then going to do a ground slam, dash towards me, block it, and then I'm going to swing. I already used my 3. That's 1 loop, that's 2. Yep, on the third one, he actually hit me off that, but he didn't meet the requirements for the dash. Gonna tempt him in the... Ooh, that was a ground slam, that's my bad. He's gonna punch, gonna counter it. Use my abilities. He's gonna dash, block it. No idea where he went. Oh, yeah, if you go too far outside here, he will be teleported back in. But he should have taken a decent amount of damage. So I'm gonna run back in. He's not gonna be aggro towards me anymore. I'm gonna come in, he will be aggroed again. Roll back up, and as soon as he gets to here, he should dash to me. And then slam, and now he doesn't have a dash, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna bait him out for a hit. And then I'm gonna combo him. Oop, yep, kinda forgot he did that. Doing pretty hefty damage here. gonna back off, breathe. He's gonna do a slam, back off. He's gonna dash, block it. Sakato his head. He's gonna block, bait him out. And now he's dead. And as you saw, I think I went from like 4 experience to 256. And with a plus 20% experience bonus, that's pretty huge. But with that, I think you'd probably get around like 200, maybe less experience, which is still pretty good if you know how to kill him quickly by yourself. So those are the methods that I use on how to get money quickly and how I get experience. This is how I farm for money and how I farm for experience quickly and efficiently. If you like this video, please let me know down below in the description and by liking this video and subscribing to me to show that you love this type of content and that you want more of this. Hope you guys liked the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.